Lauryn Hill stands as a beacon of brilliance and complexity in the hip-hop world. To the public, she is the embodiment of raw talent and unyielding artistry, remembered for her soulful voice and incisive lyrics. But underneath the image lies a complex interplay of motivations and pressures that have shaped her journey. To understand Lauryn Hill, we must first consider the Enneagram lens, focusing not on diagnosing her but exploring what she seemed to chase, protect, or avoid. At her core, Lauryn Hill appears to exhibit characteristics of an Enneagram Type 4, the individualist. This type is driven by a desire to express their authenticity and a fear of being without identity or personal significance. Lauryn's career is a testament to her relentless pursuit of authenticity, a quest for a voice that is unmistakably her own. Her music tells stories of deep personal insight, a common trait of the individualist, who often uses creativity to explore and express their innermost feelings. The world of fame, however, is an ecosystem rife with its own set of rewards and punishments. Lauryn's formative ecosystem was marked by the pressures of the music industry, an arena where public perception can often overshadow personal truth. The industry, with its relentless demands and expectations, rewarded Lauryn for her unique voice and punished deviations from the norm. This tension between her need for authenticity and the industry's demand for conformity created an internal pressure system that is central to understanding her public persona. In the realm of relationships, Lauryn Hill occupied a multifaceted space. Within the hip-hop community, she had both allies and rivals, each shaping her image and reinforcing the roles she played. Her role within the Fugees, for instance, positioned her both as a nurturing presence and a rebellious spirit, a duality that speaks to the archetype of the caretaker and the rebel. These dynamics often demanded she walk a tightrope between supporting her bandmates and asserting her own creative vision, further complicating her public and private personas. The public mask Lauryn wore was one of a confident, soulful artist, but the role came with its own set of demands. The audience saw a powerful woman, yet behind this mask was a person navigating the immense pressure to maintain an image that aligned with public expectations. This duality is emblematic of the tension between the public self and private reality, a common theme among those under the spotlight. Gifted with a voice that could both soothe and provoke, Lauryn's artistry became a double-edged sword. Her ability to connect deeply through music was also her trap, as the expectation to constantly produce such profound work took its toll. This is where we see the shadow side of her Enneagram type emerge, the fear of losing her individuality under the weight of fame's demands. The very gift that elevated her became the source of her greatest pressure. Her need to be seen as unique became inextricably linked to her public survival. As we reflect on Lauryn Hill's journey, we find a universal pattern, a struggle many face in various forms. The feeling of having to become a role because it is loved, even if the person behind it is misunderstood. Lauryn's story is not just about music or fame. It is about the human condition, the masks we wear, and the pressures that shape our lives. In the end, it invites us to ponder. Where do we recognize ourselves in her journey? Have we too felt the need to hide behind a role, fearing that our true selves might not be enough? Lauryn Hill's narrative encourages introspection and growth, urging us to explore our own paths with courage and authenticity. The intricate dance between Lauryn's public role and private self continues to unravel as we delve deeper into her psychological and artistic journey. Enneagram Type 4, often associated with the romantic or individualist, is driven by a powerful need to find identity and meaning. This core desire for authenticity and individuality can often clash with the commercial pressures of the music industry, a world that demands not only artistic consistency but also marketable conformity. For Lauryn, this meant the constant negotiation of her artistic integrity with the expectations of fans, producers, and the cultural zeitgeist. This tension is vividly illustrated in her post-Fugees solo work, particularly in her seminal album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Here, Lauryn's journey through personal and artistic discovery is laid bare, her lyrics a raw testament to her struggles and triumphs. The album itself acts as both a cathartic release and a vehicle for self-reflection, embodying the archetypal hero's journey. Lauryn emerges as both the hero and the herald, ushering her audience through a transformative experience while simultaneously traversing her own inner landscape. But the hero's journey is never without its challenges. In Lauryn's case, the archetype of the shadow looms large in the form of self-doubt, criticism, and the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. For an individualist like Lauryn, these external pressures exacerbate internal conflicts. Her music, while celebrated, becomes a battleground for her psyche, a space where she confronts her deepest fears and desires. The shadow integration process, crucial for psychological wholeness, involves acknowledging these fears without allowing them to consume her identity. One might consider the intense period following her rise to fame, where Lauryn faced legal disputes, media criticism, and personal challenges. These obstacles reveal the Enneagram stress point for a 4, which often manifests as type 2 behaviors, over-identifying with others' needs or expectations, losing oneself in the pursuit of pleasing others, or becoming overly helpful to a fault. Lauryn's withdrawal from the public scene can be seen as an attempt to reclaim her autonomy, stepping away from the external demands to reconnect with her core self. Yet, it is within these moments of retreat that we witness potential for growth. The healthy integration of the Enneagram 4 involves transitioning towards Type 1 qualities, characterized by a sense of personal integrity and a commitment to ideals beyond the self. Lauryn's sporadic re-emergences, whether through music or public appearances, hint at this ongoing journey towards balance and self-acceptance. Her actions suggest a shift from the turbulent waters of emotional complexity to a more grounded expression of her truths. The dynamic interplay of Lauryn's public and private selves also resonates deeply on a societal level. In a culture that often idolizes celebrity while simultaneously subjecting it to microscopic examination, Lauryn's story sheds light on the collective psyche's fascination with, and often destructive impact on, those in the limelight. Her narrative reflects a broader cultural paradox, the simultaneous fetishization and vilification of authenticity. This paradox brings us full circle to the Jungian archetypes at play, not only within Lauryn but also within the audience. The artist and the audience form a symbiotic relationship, each reflecting aspects of the other. The artist, as a conduit for communal expression, bears the soul's raw edges, while the audience seeks to find fragments of its own truth within the art. Lauryn's music becomes a mirror, a reflection of collective hopes, fears, and the universal quest for meaning. As listeners and observers, we are invited to engage in our own shadow work, to confront the parts of ourselves that resonate with Lauryn's struggle. Her story serves as a catalyst for introspection, challenging us to examine how we navigate our own identities within the context of societal expectations. Are we, too, donning masks that obscure our true selves? Do we rely on external validation at the expense of personal authenticity? Lauryn Hill's journey, therefore, is not just a singular tale of a music icon. It is a profound exploration of the human experience, of the tensions that define our lives, and of the hope for self-discovery and authentic expression. It calls us to embrace the complexities of our identities, to pursue the passions that ignite our souls, and to find courage in the face of vulnerability. In this way, Lauryn continues to inspire, encouraging each of us to embark on our own heroic quests, wherever they may lead.